What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Star Wars Closet, where we dive deep into a galaxy far, far away. On today's video, I want to talk about something a little personal. Kind of just dive deep with me here a little bit, and let's get to know each other. Today, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 Star Wars video games, and I want to preface something. These are my top 5. These are the games that made me feel like I was in Star Wars. Some of these are games I grew up on, and some of these are newer games, but these are my top 5 Star Wars video games of all time. These are games that made me feel like I was a part of the light side, and some that made me rage quit and be a part of the dark side. So grab your blue milk and a lightsaber and hop into your nearest Nintendo 64 X-Wing and join me as we talk about my top 5 Star Wars video games. Kicking off things at number 5, The Force Unleashed 2. Now, I know this one gets some mixed vibes from all the fans, but hear me out. Playing as Starkiller again, slicing through stormtroopers with over-the-top force powers, this is pure Star Wars chaos, and I am all here for it. The combat is smooth, the visuals still hold up, and who doesn't love yeeting enemies off platforms with a force push? Sure, the story is a little short, it's not that deep, especially not as deep as the first game, but it is a wild ride while it lasts. So why this game and not the first one? For me, it's all about performance and some of the customization that you can do. I really like how this game feels. It holds up really well. And at the end of the day, the dual lightsabers just feel amazing. Personally, I was addicted to this game when it came out. I played it all the time. Looking back now, I don't necessarily like the idea of some kind of random kid that was the child of a Jedi and then was trained by Vader just becomes more powerful than any Jedi ever. The idea that this guy can pull down a Star Destroyer was really cool in game, but thinking about it from just a pure Star Wars lover perspective, I don't really like it. However, as a game, playing it when I was younger and even now, I still love that game. It's chaotic, it's fun, it's intense, and at the end of the day, it's my top 5. And it lands on my 5 spot. Number 4, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This one is a classic from the PlayStation 2 and GameCube era and now can be played on Switch. And let me tell you, it plays way better on the Nintendo Switch. You're stepping into the shoes of bounty hunter Jango Fett, hunting bounties, blasting fools with dual pistols, and jetpacking around like you mean business. The vibe is gritty, the levels are very challenging, and it's got that prequel era flavor that hits just right. Plus, it ties right into Attack of the Clones, which is a cool bonus. It's not perfect, the controls are a little clunky, but for me, it's a gem worth revisiting. This is a game that I have always loved. My brother and I grew up on this game. We played it all the time. It was so difficult on the PlayStation 2, especially when it came out when we were younger. But man, I love Jango Fett. Jango Fett is one of the most, for some reason, underwhelming, non-talked about characters in all of Star Wars, and I will be making a video on that. But the idea of running around on all these different planets, Coruscant, Uvu 4, Malastare, Tatooine, and so on, spamming the fire button over and over and over. The story is fantastic, and seeing the perspective of Jango Fett becoming the template of the clone army, whether it's canon, headcanon, I don't even care. To me, that is how the clones got started. And then the Switch brings back the element where when you beat the game, you get to go back and play the whole game again as Boba Fett. It's an incredibly awesome game, really fun, and that's why it lands on my 4 spot. Number 3, Star Wars Battlefront 2, 2005. This game is legendary, and if you disagree, we need to have a talk. Space battles, ground assaults, playable heroes like Darth Vader and Yoda. It's everything you want in a Star Wars war zone. The campaign following the 501st Legion chills every single time. And don't get me started on Galactic Conquest mode. Hours of my life gone, and I regret nothing. It's chaotic, it's fun, and it's still got a special place in my heart. Am I the only one that spent way too much time on this game? Having your friends come over after school and getting to play this game with them is a memory I will always cherish. The fact that they had Tamora Morrison himself doing the voiceovers for this game was awesome.
Calling us the bravest soldiers she'd ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets, because none of us could bear to look her in the eye.
A lot of it doesn't really hold up in so many ways, but it still plays very well, and it plays very well on the Switch. The re-release did not go great at first, I will say that. However, getting to play the game again with some of the tweaks that they made on the Nintendo Switch is where I played it. I really enjoyed it. I think back on when you got to go back to Coruscant as the 5 of 1st Legion on the night of Order 66, and you're fighting as many Jedi as possible in the Jedi Temple. Like, things like that really stick with anyone who grew up playing that game, and if you still play it today, you know exactly why. How it compares to its present-day counterpart, I don't really know. I played the 2 new Battlefronts a fair amount, but to me, it just felt a little pointless. It looks good, it feels good, and I know today that a lot of people still play Battlefront 2, and it's gotten a lot better. It's just, I am very partial to the 2005 Battlefront 2, and I know a lot of you are as well. It's a great game, it's a classic, and it still holds up today, and that's why it has my 3 spot. Number 2, Shadows of the Empire, Nintendo 64.
Prepare yourself for Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire. Join Jedi warrior Luke Skywalker, hard-charging Chewbacca, and go undercover with heroic pilot Dash Rendar and his booming Outrider. But can Han Solo be freed and Shizor be stopped? Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire.
Oh man, this game was my childhood. You play as Dash Rendar, this cocky smuggler dude, and it's got everything. The Hoth battle with snow speeders, dogfights in space, and that insane Boba Fett showdown. The graphics are, we'll call them vintage, but back in the day, they were mind-blowing for me. It's like living a Star Wars movie between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The Nintendo 64 controller might have given me hand cramps, but I would do it all again. It's pure nostalgia fuel. Let me tell you, this game right here is a game I played all the time and still do. I will throw this thing into my Nintendo 64 and I will play it just for fun. It was also a part of one of my giveaways recently, so make sure you are subscribed and you follow me on X. That way you can be a part of one of my giveaways every time we have some big moment happen. I like to celebrate by giving something away. I have multiple copies of that game and I just gave one away recently, so make sure you're subscribed and make sure you follow me on X for the next one. This game was awesome. The fact that you can fly in a snowspeeder at the very beginning of the game, it really is odd that the game starts in a way that you really don't play the majority of the game. However, I still remember it, and the fact that it even has this is extra fuel to why I love this game so much. Shadows of the Empire is dark. It's a little creepy when you're younger, but man, was it awesome. When I think of Star Wars games, I always think of this game. Again, it's my top 5 list. Yours might be different for a lot of different reasons. I also hold the right to change this list whenever I want. This game was my childhood. I loved it. I love it today, and I will love it tomorrow. That's why it is my 2 spot. And then coming in at number 1, Jedi Knight Academy.
What?
My all-time favorite Star Wars game. It is perfection. You're a Jedi trainee customizing your lightsaber, single, dual, or that sweet double-bladed action, and carving through enemies like butter. The combat is tight, the force powers are epic, and the story lets you choose your path, light side or dark side. I mean, come on, fighting Kyle Katarn or turning into a Sith, it doesn't get much better than that. The multiplayer duels were next level. For me, this is the ultimate Star Wars gaming experience. And I understand a lot of people choose the second of these games. I was obsessed with the customization at the beginning of this game. The fact that you could be anything and anyone, customizing the lightsaber however you can, upgrading force powers. The kind of force powers that you upgrade leans to whatever side you're on, whether it be light or dark. And then at the end, getting to choose the path you wanted.
No, you were weak.
Jaden, no! Ah!
I loved the saving system, how you could just be running and right when you're about to die, save the game, come back, and then change your moves so that you don't die. I loved that game, and I love it today. Again, I understand that this will all be controversial, and I know that my 1 spot is controversial the most, but I loved this game, and I think it has a lot of merit as to why it could be a number 1 Star Wars game for anybody. Bonus shout out for Jedi Fallen Order. This game was awesome. I loved it. It was kind of right there hovering between my 5 and 6 spot. I chose to leave it out just because it's not a game I've gone back to a whole lot recently, but man, do I love this game for all the same reasons a lot of you do as well. So I did want to give it a special shout out. And there you have it, the Star Wars Closet's top 5 Star Wars video games of all time. From swinging lightsabers to blasting bounties, these games brought the Force to life. Let me know which ones I missed out on. I asked the question on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and I got a lot of different responses, and I got a lot of similar responses responses as well that did not make this list. Why am I right? Why am I wrong? Tell me, but do not argue with me. Did I miss one that you love? Is there one on this list that you hate? Again, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. If you did not like it, dislike it, I suppose. Ring the bell so that you don't miss any more Star Wars Closet content just like this. May the Force be with you all, and let me leave you with the question, what is your favorite Star Wars video game of all time, and why is it Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? We'll see you all in the next one.